Well, welcome back to another Dynodaze video. As you can see, a Supercharged FN2 Honda Civic in the house. It's had a few teething issues this from another tuner, so we're looking to see if we can improve on its reliability. It's had a little bit of work already, but we'll touch on that further on in the video. So let's get a run out of it and see where we're at. Okay, so it is map time. It's had an MOT and all sorts of stuff since the last part of the video, but now it's time to get it up on some consistent power. It's time to get mapping! Well, we've just been out on road test, which is why we are outside, but couldn't really film that bit for obvious reasons. But it doesn't half go well, don't it?
Yeah, it drives loads better, to be fair. It's been tuned previously. I think the customer said he wasn't happy with it, says it was kicking and bucking around and all the rest of it. So, and
you actually experienced that yourself?
So initially we put it on the dyno, we did a power and didn't we, like full, just a wide open throttle, and it seemed okay. I mean, a little bit on the rich side, but I mean, not that I could see it, the power was good, the graph was smooth and things like that. Yeah, so I said to them, well, I'll go and road test it then, I'll try it, because it's got an ABS fault, which we've got to diagnose anyway, so I'll sort of go and have a quick run around the block in it. And to be fair to him, I'll agree with him 100%, it definitely kicked and bucked and sort of almost misfired when you were on part throttle, not really, didn't feel very good at all, I'll be honest with you. And then I took it yesterday to go and get an MOT on the vehicle, and really struggled with it. I started it from cold, like freezing cold, and tried to drive it, and it was almost undrivable. It just literally was coughing and jerking and everything else. I literally got to the point where I pulled over at the side of the road, thought I'm going to let this warm up because I can't actually drive it like this. Let it warm up and then drove the rest of the way, which wasn't too bad, but again, you can tell it wasn't right. And again, driving it this morning, it was a bit of a nightmare from cold. So I think some real improvements. I don't think we've made any gains on peak power, to be fair. Something we did notice was it had 77 flashes.
Yeah, it had a lot of ecutek flashes. Now, whether that's somebody changing one small section, moving on, flashing it, changing it, flashing it, moving on, not necessarily live tuning it on the dyno. I don't know what's gone on there, but needless to say, a Supercharged FN2, it kind of looked like it was the first one they'd ever done.
I don't know. I mean, I can't say that was necessarily the case, but I mean, from the point of view, there seemed to be a lot of flashes on the system, and clearly the end result wasn't exactly brilliant. So anyway, we started again from scratch, which obviously you would expect us to do, and the customer asked us to do that. Absolutely transformed the vehicle, low end. I mean, I'm talking like just driving the car at like 2, 3, 4,000 RPM, where you would normally drive at a normal instance. This car drove terrible, and for some reason they've got the VTEC set at 3,000 and even on very light throttle. So like, you know, you're just trying to drive it normal. It's like bah, bah, bah. It's constantly in. It was constantly cutting in. Even at 60...
Drivability is as important as Pete Power. We all know this because we all drive our cars, you know, in the real world, don't we?
So like 60 mile an hour, it was in VTEC, which again, with the maps that we do, we cut VTEC in at 4,000, but also do it on throttle dependency as well. So if you're just cruising on the motorway and you get to 4,000, it will continue to be off VTEC till 6,000.
Particularly like that on my own FN2.
Yeah, so it really, mapping it and having it that way gives you the best of both worlds. You put your foot down, it cuts in at 4,000, but if you haven't you got your foot flat down to the floor and you're just accelerating on the motorway, for example, to overtake something, you don't get VTEC, so therefore you get better miles to the gallon. So, I mean, I know people probably don't watch this channel for miles to the gallon, but like we're saying, drivability is important for people, you know, in the everyday world. So I think he'll find this a welcome change, I think. Yeah,
I think he's going to love it. He's been away. He's going to come back and get it tomorrow, and I'm guaranteeing that he thinks it's a tremendous improvement.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm probably biased, but I've driven this car for 2 days, and then I've just driven it again now, and it feels worlds apart different. So it's you should really be impressed by that, I think.
Yeah. So he's going to collect it tomorrow. We're having a red EP3 Civic collected tomorrow as well from Uncle Keith's paint shop, which looks absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, it looks brand new, to be fair.
Well, brand new.
It looks, yeah.
Yeah. So you'll hopefully get a video of that after this one. So. Okay, let's go look at that graph.
Let's have a look at that graph.
Now I've got to get out the car though.
Yeah.
And it's outside.
Yeah.
Do you want to drive it in?
Nah, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Well, there is the final graph, ladies and gentlemen. It has been road tested and drives as good as it sounds. So that's great improvement. It's got an MOT as well. But we finish on 370 brake horsepower, 327 at the wheels. It doesn't half go like stink. I absolutely love it. So thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, guys. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. And we will see you on the next one. And let's hope that it's another VTEC on steroids, just like this one.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.